All right, welcome to the show, y'all. Hope everybody out there is having a great day so far, but I am about to make it worse. Hate to tell you, but that's the truth. So in just a second, we're going to talk about the actual real-world impact of Elon Musk's stupid Doge cuts and just how they've ruined people's lives. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Then we'll get to MAGA politicians hitting a new low by voting to rob taxpayers and put that money in their own bank accounts, assuming that they helped with the January 6th coup attempt. I'm not kidding. They're trying to make it a lucrative endeavor to try to end democracy. So we'll talk about that. We also have Trump managed to infuriate the MAGA base in a way that's worse than I've ever seen. Like, they're more mad than I've ever seen them. That's an amazing story. Later on, the Colombian president absolutely nukes Trump and goes after him so aggressively. I mean, this guy's a legend now. This is like the strongest I've ever seen anybody go after Trump. And it is a glorious thing to see. And then later on, Asmongold shatters the dipshit meter and makes me want to quit my job. That's how bad his points are when it comes to politics. So we have that and much more. You guys know the drill. Everybody please subscribe to the channel. That helps out big time and costs you nothing at all. You could also support the show on Patreon. Remember, this is real independent media, so we're reliant on you guys to give $2 a month, $5 a month, etc. That helps out massively. You can also tip with that thanks button on YouTube, which is just below me here. And you can go support Crystal, Kyle, and friends and sign up over there. That link is below. We have Kathy Hochul's primary opponent this week, Antonio Delgado. He's an ally of Zoran. And, of course, you need the New York State governor to help with the New York City mayor with the agenda in order to get it through. So you want a Zoran ally in there. This guy is a Zoran ally. So definitely check that out. That comes out this week. And go subscribe to the Corrin's World YouTube channel. As you guys know, we do live episodes there every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Those are a lot of fun, man. Come hang out with us. It's a good time. We shoot the shit. We usually talk for like 3 hours or so, and it's been fun. So go check that out too. And all right, let's go ahead and jump right in, y'all. So let's start with this. 60 Minutes did a piece the other day. I want to share this with you. So first of all, let me read this. After leukemia treatments failed, Alyssa Tapley, age 13, was told she would die. Then, doctors tried an experimental gene-edited therapy. She became the first human to try the treatment made possible by U.S. federal funding. Now she's 16 years old, and she's cancer-free and planning her future. Guys, this is amazing. They cured her cancer by doing gene editing. They cured her cancer by doing gene editing. They didn't know if this was going to work, but they tried it as a last-ditch effort, and it worked. And then you'll never guess what happens next. A guy by the name of Elon Musk gets in the picture. So first, let me play this clip for you, and you can see exactly how it went down.
Alyssa Tapley, who lives outside London, was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia. She endured a year of failed treatments, chemotherapy, a bone marrow transplant, and her doctors ran out of options.
I was 13 when I was told that I was going to die.
And they're talking about end-of-life care?
Yeah. And I said, please don't give up on me because I haven't done anything with my life. I'm just going to be this kid who...
Oh my God, she's so precious. My heart can't stand watching stuff like this. I just can't. It's hard for me to... Jesus Christ. And Crystal knows this too. I say, if anybody like hurts, for example, a special needs child, I lose it. I lose it. The things I would do to protect special needs children, I can't even say it on YouTube because it would get me banned, okay? And no, she's not special needs, by the way. I'm just saying that, like, stuff like this, it just, oh my God, it gets to me.
I haven't done anything with my life. I'm just going to be this kid who died because of cancer.
Her doctor read about Professor Liu's novel gene editing research and thought it might, just might, help Alyssa.
Ready for yourself?
She became the first human to try the experimental treatment made possible by U.S. federal funding.
By the way, how amazing is science that they can even do this? Like, how can you edit genes? Like, what the... This is insane. This is insane that they've come up with this technology.
I knew if I did it, even if it didn't end up working, it would end up making a difference to somebody else's life.
Definitely.
Now 16, she vividly remembers the day her doctor told her the experimental treatment had worked.
After thinking for so long that this was it and, you know, there was nothing left and I would never be able to grow up, I finally had this future again that no one could take away from me.
Cancer-free.
Yep.
All from that little vial.
It's astounding what research can do and what people can do with the resources that they're given.
Elon Musk canceled the funding for the research in his Doge cuts. Elon Musk cut funding to this therapy while he was the head of Doge. And in fact, we have this article. I think we actually covered it at the time, but we're going to go into it here. This is from Judd Legum. Trump credit card freeze crippling cancer and Alzheimer's research. On February 26, President Trump issued an executive order expanding the power of the U.S. Doge service, the government initiative controlled by Elon Musk. The purpose of the order is to limit any spending not specifically approved by one of Musk's associates working for Doge. By the way, a lot of these people were like fucking, big balls. Remember him? Big balls. These are like 22-year-old assholes with sketchy backgrounds, and they get the last say on what the U.S. government funds. This is all wildly illegal. This all violates the Impoundment Control Act, by the way, which is why Elon Musk and all of his Doge underlings need to be locked up. They need to be arrested, tried, and locked up. One provision of the February 26 executive order that has received little attention is a 30-day freeze of all government credit cards. The credit card freeze has brought critical research, including research about cures and treatments for cancer and Alzheimer's, to a halt, according to an NIH source with direct knowledge. The credit card freeze allows for operations or other critical services as determined by the agency head and subject to additional individualized or categorical exceptions as the agency head, in consultation with the agency's Doge team lead, deems appropriate. But according to the NIH source, there has been no categorical exception for the intramural research being done on NIH Bethesda's campus and other locations. The result is that most of this scientific research has stopped. Musk has angrily rejected claims that Doge or the Trump administration have hindered funding for cancer research. Quote, the White House can lie all they want about how they're stopping cancer research, the NIH source said, but they're stopping cancer research on NIH's Bethesda campus. So here you have the people who were doing the research on the campus saying they froze the funding, we couldn't do the research. The NIH intramural program, the term for research that occurs directly on NIH's campus rather than at academic institutions funded by NIH grants, has played a central role in key cancer breakthroughs for decades. The NIH's intramural program has been responsible for, quote, combination chemotherapy for lymphoma and leukemia, the development of vaccines that prevent cancer, and immunotherapy. Much of this work is detailed in The Empire of All Maladies, a Pulitzer Prize winning book by Siddhartha Mukherjee, which was turned into a documentary by Ken Burns. This work has saved lives. NIH work on combination chemotherapy, for example, boosted survival rates for Hodgkin's lymphoma from 0% to 70%. Jesus Christ, that's amazing. Similarly, the NIH's intramural team developed a 4-drug treatment that increased the survival rate for children diagnosed with leukemia from effectively 0 to nearly 90%. The NIH researchers identified the particles in human papillomavirus, that's HPV, that cause cancer. The resulting vaccine has shown to be 100% effective in preventing HPV-16 and HPV-18, the two deadliest forms of the virus. In the coming decades, this work will prevent millions of people from developing cancer and save millions of lives. So, by the way, I was underselling it. It's not just that they cut the funding for the treatment from what you just saw, the gene editing stuff. It's also they cut the funding for a cancer vaccine that showed promise. A cancer vaccine that showed promise. Other treatments that showed tremendous promise. This is what they did. This is what they cut. And this is how you know these people are evil. I use that word purposely. I feel naive forever not believing that in the past. Like, oh, all people are relatively the same, and like there's good incentives and bad incentives, but we're all the same, and we all mean well, and we're all trying our best. That's not true. Billionaire robber barons like Elon Musk, who are purposely destroying the administrative state and the regulatory state, and the social safety net, they are evil. They are evil, and they are causing tremendous damage. And perhaps the worst part of all is that as he's a human wrecking ball destroying everything that's positive about our government, he acts like he's some sort of hero. Right? So this guy gets to cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels while he's taken tens of billions of dollars in government subsidies so he can make like a dozen rockets explode. No, this makes absolutely no sense. And so when you look at the track record of death and destruction that's left by these stupid fucking Doge cuts, illegal Doge cuts, unconstitutional Doge cuts, it should make it so that everybody's out there calling for Elon Musk to get arrested. Because as I said, we got pediatric cancer research cuts. People will literally die as a result of that. Cuts to the National Weather Service. People did die as a result of that. As you know, late warnings were sent out because they cut they cut the help at the National Weather Service. So you got late warnings going out for extreme weather events, and you had these children end up dying at this Christian sleepaway camp that they were at. All because of Elon Musk, all because of Doge. He cut Meals on Wheels. He killed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, which protects people from being scammed by big financial institutions. He got rid of the anti-scam police. He fired nuclear safety officials and then had to brag for the top one to come back because they accidentally fired the top one. They destroyed FEMA. They destroyed the Department of Education. He fired 83,000 veterans. I don't want to hear another word from Republicans about how pro-veteran they are and how anti-veteran the Democrats are. This is one of the things they always say, why aren't you supporting our troops? You better support our troops, man. Meanwhile, they fired 83,000 veterans. Elon Musk did that. Donald Trump did that. They cut 50% of the Social Security offices. That's insane. They fired 250,000 public workers overall. They got rid of the food safety inspectors. They got rid of the air traffic controllers, and we see the results of that now. We see how horrible that is now. Now even more of them are retiring. They cut the scientific research and medical research, and U.S. aid cuts. That has already killed countless people, and when all's said and done, it's going to kill millions of people. Why? Because they decided, we don't want to do that anymore. We don't want to send out malaria medication. We don't want to send out HIV medication. We say, fuck them. We say, if you live in Africa or you're struggling, you're in a developing country, you can go fuck yourself. So that's what's happened as a direct result of what he's done. And the fact that this isn't talked about more drives me crazy. The fact that you have to watch this on my YouTube channel, that drives me crazy. This should be all over the place. Shout out to 60 Minutes for doing that segment. But everybody should be talking about this. This is like one of the scandals of the fucking century. And it's barely talked about. But this is who this guy is. This is who this guy is. By the way, send this to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, Mr. Elon Musk is the man. Elon Musk is a mega genius. Elon Musk can do no wrong. Send this to him. See if he has any thoughts on Elon Musk cutting pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels, objectively leading to the deaths of many people. See if he has any thoughts on that. He won't. He won't, because he's inside the club. He's friends with Trump. He's friends with J.D. Vance. He's friends with Mark Andreessen and Peter Thiel and Mark Zuckerberg. He's super buddy-buddy with Elon Musk. It's humiliating. It's humiliating. So what was the world's #1 podcast is just the Billionaire Fluffer Hour. And there's no tough questions about what these people actually do. The real impact that they have in the world. Fucking hoarding money, making it a new Gilded Age, robbing taxpayers, blowing up rockets, right? Ruining cancer research. I mean, this is insane. Could you imagine what the reaction would have been if Barack Obama decided to cut off the promising funding for effectively cancer cures? What would the reaction have been? What would the reaction have been? How many times have you heard Republicans say, if Trump cured cancer, the Democrats still wouldn't give him any credit? It's actually quite literally the opposite. Trump and Elon killed the cure for cancer. They killed it. They killed the funding for the cure for cancer. And you guys haven't criticized him at all. So it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. These guys need to go to prison. It's that simple. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.